Man, I wonder if I should work out today. I don't know, man. Right now I'm tired. You know. Ooh, it's breezy out here right now, man. God damn. It's cold. Fucking got bumps on my goddamn face from a bad razor, so I gotta go get a brand new razor. Go get some more razors. I thought it was sharp enough, but it wasn't. That razor is done. You know, but I want to talk about some of these women, bruh, that walk around like they shit don't stink. Walking around like they solid 10's and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Especially the female that was stalking me, man. You know, she was acting like she was a 10 or something. Like I just destroyed her. You know, like I just dishonored her or something. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them walk around like they're 10's and stuff, and they live in this delusional world where, you know, they act like they're 10's, but they're not really, and they waiting for this fucking Prince Charming guy that's a Chad or a Tyrone to come and sweep them off their feet and stuff like that. No, that's how you end up old and alone. Being picky and choosy and shit like that, acting like you were 10, but really you're not living in that reality. You know, you letting these simps and stuff gas your head up, thinking that you are a 8, 9, or a 10. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case, man. You feel what I'm saying? That is not the case. You shouldn't even go nowhere near being a 10. You feel what I'm saying? You know, a lot of the times they let the guys tell them, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You so this. You so that." You know. But reality, they just 3's and 4's, man. And they got all this entitlement shit going on. I deserve a guy that's above my looks level. You know, I deserve a guy that has a lot of money. You know, I deserve a guy that's, you know, tall, dark, handsome, and stuff like that, man. And really, you know, really they can't really live that lifestyle. So they spend their whole entire lives chasing these guys that don't want them. You know, clearly a lot of these guys don't want them, you know, clearly these guys are above their looks level, make a whole lot of money and stuff like that. And these women, they spend their whole entire lives just looking for these men, checking for these men, and they never showed up. A lot of women, they get to be 30, and that Prince Charming or that guy that's an 8, 9, or a 10, that Chad or Tyrone, never showed up. You know what I'm saying? And now they gotta deal with being, you know, single for the rest of their life because they thought they was too good for a guy that was average when they was, you know, below average, or they were average themselves, man. Feel what I'm saying? God damn, I got bumps on my face. So I've been working out on a regular basis now. My double chin is slowly going away. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that body fat percentage, bro. I forgot my glasses. God damn it. So The entitlement with these women are real, bro. Like, I deserve this. I deserve that. I deserve. You feel what I'm saying? I deserve, and I deserve more of this. I deserve that. I deserve. You know what I'm saying? And they get it in their mind that they deserve it, and they don't get it. They act a fool. They fuck up your car, or they try to, like, you know, do things to you, try to get revenge on you because you fucked her and tossed her like a fucking rag doll that she is. Wonder why you're not committing to her. Like, bitch, you are below me. I deserve a better looking woman than you. You know what I'm saying? So that fucking stalker that was stalking me, she had bruh, she thought she was an 8, 9, or a 10. Cause the way she's acting, right? The way she's acting like she's an 8, 9, or a 10. That's how 8, 9s, and 10s act when they don't get their way, right? They try to fuck up your car, they fuck anything, your property, you know, they try to fuck it up to get revenge on you for pumping and dumping them. I'm like, well, you know what? You gotta realize that you're not all that. You're not even close to my looks level. And you expect me to commit to your ugly, grimy, slimy, dirty looking ass. You expect me to do that? To fucking commit to you? Hell no. Hell no. I won't never do that. Never. I'll never commit to a woman that's below me. All this entitlement, man, it's like it's gonna cause a lot of women to be cat ladies in the future. This is real. And nobody wants to be a cat person or a dog person in the future. Lonely. By themselves, man. Because they thought they deserved better. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see something real quick. That's how they end up holding along, because of the entitlement. You feel what I'm saying? The entitlement is real with these women. You know, and they don't know how to shut the fuck up. They run off at the mouth, talking nothing, destroying relationships, thinking that they deserve more than they deserve. That's their problem, and that's how a lot of these females end up cat ladies in the future, man. There's a lot of cat ladies right now that had that same entitlement when they were young, thinking that they deserve more than they deserve. You'll be waiting forever, and you will never ever get that Prince Charming, that 6 foot tall with a lot of money, good looking, handsome. You'll never get that. First you gotta realize your own reality. You're just a 3 or a 4 in looks. You're not gonna get a rich guy. That's out of the fucking goddamn. That's out of the question. Am I gonna get the rich guy? Nah, you're not gonna get a rich guy. You ain't gonna. You're not gonna get a guy that's a 6 or a 7 in looks. That's not gonna happen. So you have to stay in your fucking lane. Just like us men, we can't get 8, 9s, and 10s unless we got money. If we're average looking, you know what I'm saying? That's the reality for us. But for women, no, you below average looking, you know, nah, you're not gonna get that tall and handsome guy. And you know, a lot of these women, you know, for some reason, want to fuck up your car or fuck up your property when you don't want to have sex with them or you don't want to date them. Because the reason why, because they're entitled. You feel what I'm saying? They got the entitlement going on. And they look down on you sometimes, even if you above them in looks, they look down on you. I'm like, bitch, please, bruh. You's a fucking goddamn a 3 or a 4 in the face. You walking by me like you Miss Sheikah or something. Like you Miss America. Nah. You are below me. You got poor genetics. Your face is fucked up. You might dress nice and stuff, but that don't take away your face. Your face is just a 4. You a 4 in looks. You see what I'm saying? You crazy, Alex. Either they want a Chad or a Tyrone, but they really on Puggy's level. Yup. And they get upset. They get upset when they don't get what they want. They spend a lot of time chasing these men that's above them, man. And before you know it, they done hit 30 and now they panicking and shit. Damn, my eggs are drying up. I got a biological clock that's ticking. You know what I'm saying? It's already too late by then. By the time a woman hit 30, she really ain't gonna get no Chad or Tyrone then. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when she was young, she had a little bit of a shot or whatever. But no, hell no. People gotta stay in their lane unless they got money. That's the only time you can get out of your lane and date somebody that's above you in looks. Okay? That's the only way you can, get out of that shit, man. That's the only way. Other than that, you ain't got no money, you have to stay in your lane. Like the stalker bitch. The bitch didn't have no money for me, bruh. This bitch asked me for $40, bruh. And I'm like, bitch, you are below me and look, you supposed to be paying me to stick around. You broke and you below average looking. That's a terrible goddamn combination. And this bitch is fucking entitled as hell, bro. The stalker bitch that was stalking me, she was entitled as hell. And when you cut her loose, her attitude was like, how dare he just pump and dump me like that? Just use me and toss me away, with nothing but a condom on the floor. All you're gonna get is a condom on the floor. That was Ice Cube. That shit was funny as hell, boy. All you're gonna get is a condom on the floor. That's all you're gonna get, bitch. There's a condom on the floor. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like, no, these type of women are pumping up material. You below me? I see that you below me. I might fuck it a few times and toss that shit out of the way. You ain't nothing. You're nothing to me. Like, bitch, you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You were just a fuck in a walk in the park. You feel me? A fuck and a walk in the park. That means I fucked you in the park and I walked away from your ass. Toss you to the side. My dick wouldn't even go in on that bitch. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these women, they got this entitlement going on, and they think that they deserve more than they deserve. They got all these requirements and standards, but reality, once they hit that 30 and that 35, man, and some of them are facing their reality. Some of them are no longer delusional, and they'll tell other women to stay in your lane and cash your chips in while you young. Once a woman hit 30, man, she's in the danger zone, as Kevin Samuel says, right? Her pool of men start to decrease slowly every single year that goes by. Because women age like milk. You know what I'm saying? They spoil after a while. Once they hit like 30, It's all downhill with their looks after that. Matter of fact, after 25, it's all down with their looks after that. You feel what I'm saying? So they got on a certain amount of time in their prime before they're past their prime, and men with money, men that are respectable in society with their salaries and making all kinds of money. There's a small window for that. These men ain't gonna want them no more after a while. And these women in America with these entitlement issues, they want these men. They're competing for these men. That's why they're getting BBLs and all the other shit. You feel what I'm saying? They're getting BBLs to compete with other women that got big asses and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But there's a tick, 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 tick time limit on them goddamn looks. And they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the ones who are very good looking. I'm supposed to be talking about the 3's and 4's and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of these women are entitled because of society, bro. We baby these women. We tell them how pretty they are, even though they 3's and 4's. A bunch of thirsty ass simps coming around liking their pics all the time. And after a while, they start thinking like, I'm better than this guy. I got more likes on my profile pic than him. I'm better than him. But really, she just a 3 or 4, see? And what time is it? All right. Ooh, it is cold out here in this motherfucking streets, man. It's cold. God damn. It's cold. So they get their fucking head gassed up, and that's the reason why they got these entitlement. And the reason why they got all these requirements and standards and stuff. And these women, they'll hang on to those standards until they hit 30, and they start realizing like, God damn, that Prince Charming never came. That Chad or Tyrone never showed up to fuck me. Or if Chad and Tyrone did fuck me, he would toss you away like garbage because you're not on his looks level, and he's not gonna settle down with a female that's a 5 or a 6. You can forget about that. Chad and Tyrone, they picky as fuck because they got all these options, and they don't have to settle down with a plain Jane, a female that's slightly below average, or average female. I'm getting my words out. Or an average female. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of these women out here, they got entitlement, man, because of the fucking goddamn men, bro. The men, the simps, created this shitstorm, bro. The simping, man, it gets to women's head, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And the fucking worshiping women and shit, all that other stuff, man, it gets to the female's head, bro. You know what I'm saying? They bowing down to these women. They coming to the rescue. You know what I'm saying? Captain Save-A-Hole, motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Just bowing down to these women, worshiping pussy, you know what I'm saying? And all that other stuff. And thinking that a woman can't do no wrong. I mean, damn, we got a society infested with simps. You know what I'm saying? That think this way. And that's the reason why they like that way, man. You go to other countries, a lot of them women don't even think that they're beautiful, but they are. But the men don't tell them all the time that you're beautiful and simping it up all the time. They don't do that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them women don't even think that they fucking beautiful. But when you got simps always coming around to the profile pic or coming around to their fucking profile, telling them how beautiful they are, when they really 3's and 4's. That's the problem right there. So then you got a 4 walking around like she's a 10, and got these entitlements and these standards and stuff that she set for herself. And I'll tell you, once they hit like 30, you know what I'm saying? Once they hit like 30, and they start realizing, you know, that, hey, you know, Chad and Tyrone is not showing up. The Prince Charming is not showing up. You feel what I'm saying? The 6-foot, dark and handsome guy is not going to show up. You know what I'm saying? And then now they got to spend the rest of their life alone, for real. Like, there's cat ladies on every single block in every single neighborhood. Matter of fact, it's probably more than just one cat lady in your neighborhood. It's probably about at least 10 or 15, 20 of them. Just alone by themselves. No man want them. You know what I'm saying? They tossed away out of society, bro. You know? You know, they tossed out of the way in society, and a lot of them end up just spending 1 year after the next by themselves. Single. You know, and to be by themselves with a bunch of cats around them, surrounded by an army of cats, just wishing that she would have cashed in her chips earlier. Man, these fucking, man. Look at all that goddamn bracket, bro. Construction people, man. I'll continue when I move further away. Just mostly men out here, bro. There's mostly men out here cutting shit. Ain't no woman out there, man. Mostly men out there doing that shit, bro. We build society, man. Yep, and they don't even praise the things that men do, man, for society. You know, we get overlooked, you know, because then if we talk about what we do in society, it's considered, you know, a male chauvinist, you know, or a womanizer, or, you know, if we brag about what we do, you know what I'm saying, for society, like cutting into that cement with that jackhammer, you know what I'm saying, you know, then it's considered, oh, he's sexist. He's saying that women but women don't build shit, man. You could talk all that yin yang, but what I see right now is, you know, women not building anything. You know what I'm saying? They're not building nothing. And then they got all this entitlement for no fucking reason, being a low-level woman. Nah, honey boo boo, you ain't all that in a bag of chips. You ain't nothing but a Ford. Feel what I'm saying? You know. And we got a society full of simps, man, that will come to their rescue, bro. We got Captain Saberhoes that'll come to a woman rescue quick. You know? God damn, it's fucking cold. Man. You feel what I'm saying? So now I don't look at women that are 4's, that are 8, 9s, and 10s. I don't tell them that they're beautiful and stuff, because they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not beautiful. You know? They're below average looking, and they should stay in their lane. And stop trying to cross over to better genetics when they don't have any money. Some women, they can get a whole lot of money and attract a guy that's on a top tier level. Well, a lot of them don't, man. A lot of them are average at best. A lot of them are below average at best. You know what I'm saying? below average at best. That's a new one. You feel what I'm saying? And they think that they deserve more until that time run out, and they start thinking don't do it like us. Don't do it like me and wait until time run out. Cash in your chips early. Don't wait until you're 30 and try to settle down. It's too late then. You got, what's her name? Young Miami talking about she ready to start a family and have kids and shit. She in her 30s. You played around, you act like a little hoe throughout your 20s, and now you want to settle down in your 30s. It's already too late. You're drying up already. Your eggs are drying up. You're not looking as good as you used to look. You know what I'm saying? You done had a lot more partners and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So now it's already too late for all of that. You can't do like us, man. You can't do like us. You can't wait till you get into your 30s and start trying to settle down. Women's value is when they're in their 20s. That's the best time to marry a female or be in a relationship with a woman is when they're in their 20s. Once they get into their 30s and 40s, they done went through too many men. They won't be able to pair bond with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll always think you're cheating on them. Because maybe the past boyfriends cheated on them and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? And they end up cat ladies, man. I'm telling you, it's like that over there in China, bro. It's worse in China, though. The men don't play with the fertility, man. They'll tell a woman that you a leftover woman in a minute. They was talking about how entitled a lot of these women were out there, and they spent their whole entire 20s waiting for that Prince Charming to show up, Mr. 6 foot, dark and handsome, to show up, and that motherfucker never came. For real, there's women saying damn, I spent years just waiting for that Chad or Tyrone to appear, and now I'm here in my late 30s or whatever, and it never came. The guy never came. I had all these standards and all that other stuff, and I couldn't find anybody. I was being too picky, and I felt like I was too good for a lot of the men that I was meeting. And that time ran out, man, and nobody want them now. They should have just settled down with the average guy. They shouldn't have been so goddamn picky. And they do it here in the West, bro. Entitled and arrogant for no fucking reason. Just because the men are going around simping. Telling them that they're better than what they are. You'll never see me walk up to a sub 5 woman, or 3 or 4 or whatever, and tell her that she's beautiful. Hell no. I walk up and tell her what? She's a 4 in looks? No, she's not beautiful. Stop telling her that. Because then she'll start to believe in this shit. They said that on some of these leftover women, channels and stuff, man, that these women, they believe what they were told by other people. Oh, you got plenty of time, girl. Don't worry. The 6-foot motherfucker gonna show up at your door. Don't worry. She believed it until she got to be 30-something, and now she starts thinking like, man, I think these motherfuckers lied to me, and I believed them. Every word that they said. Now I'm spending countless nights alone, and I'm crying every single night almost because I'm alone. For real, they're going through agony because women can't take being alone like men can. We could take being alone for years at a time, but women can't. They can't bear being alone. That's why they always surrounded by friends and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? All the time. You always see a female, she out with her friends all the time. But they can't stand being by themselves. Coming home to nobody. Cooking her meals by herself. Watching TV by herself. Nobody there to laugh and joke with and look at TV with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's cooking for her. Nobody's buying her presents on her birthday or Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. Nobody's there. Just her surrounded with a bunch of cats. And that's what you get for having all these entitlements and these standards and shit that were very unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? For your looks level. You know what I'm saying? Sub 5 women should date sub 5 men and should stay there until they get some money. Then maybe they can attract a Chad or a Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, they gotta stay in their fucking lane and know that you're not the most beautiful woman in the world. I don't know who told you that, but you believed them. And now here you are, stuck in your 30s, your late 30s, you're talking about, is he really gonna come? He's still, Chad, Tyrone, are they gonna come? Are they really? Nah. Like some women, they live their whole entire life delusional. You feel what I'm saying? But some of them wake up and they get it after a while. Like, damn, that tall, dark and handsome Prince Charming never showed up. And you was being picky with the dudes that was presented to you, and you was like, no, I'm too good for him. Spending your 20s being picky and shit, thinking you is this little Miss Princess, and motherfuckers supposed to bow down and kiss your motherfucking feet. You know what I'm saying? And you get to them 30s, and that reality set in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now they want to settle down. Now they're less picky. A lot of them are less picky when they get to the 30s. They marrying men, that have been married before, marrying men with children. You know what I'm saying? Women don't have that. What the hell was that? A woman don't have that same power in society. You know what I'm saying? When she get into her 30s, she don't got that same power. She holds power in her 20s. That's when she's the most valuable. You feel what I'm saying? And for her to be picky and choosy, and nobody's good enough for her, and all that other stuff, man, it leads up to like cat lady issues later down the stretch. You feel what I'm saying? So surrounded by a bunch of cats or surrounded by a bunch of dogs. A lot of dog ladies too walking around too, man. And they're gonna spend the remainder years on this planet by themselves, man. They might get into a relationship, but that will be short-lived because a lot of men are not gonna take that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, oh no, I can't deal with her, man. I can't even pair bond with this woman. It's like the female that I used to deal with, the one with the retarded son. Even though I did my best to try to pair bond with her, I couldn't, man. She's in her 40s, and she still looked good for, in her 40s and shit. But I couldn't pair bond with her even if my life depended on it. because she been with too many men. She's too old to pair bond with. Younger women, they got that hope, you know what I'm saying, of trying to find love and shit. And they're more open to love and falling head over heels for each other. Older women, nah, they think you're gonna cheat. They think that you're gonna do them wrong somehow. You'll be always arguing and fussing, you know what I mean, because she's already set in her ways, you know what I'm saying. With a young female, she'll let you lead the way. She know you got more experience in life, okay? She'll let you lead the way, but these women got these entitlements in their 20s, and they think they got all the time in the world, but they don't. The decline on looks start to diminish, like after age 35. I mean 25 for a female, and looks is their best. Like women's looks are valuable, or what they call it. God damn, what's the right word for it? Looks are for a woman, it's the most important thing, bro. Like, that's how she eats. That's how she gets over in life. You know what I'm saying? Her looks. Her looks, is valuable too, man. Looks are valuable in society. You're worth something as a female if you're an 8, 9, or a 10 in looks. So you can survive just basically as a woman, on your looks. Why you think that fucking female that's a 3 in looks that's stalking me? Why you think she's living in her car and she's stalking me and nobody wants her? Because she's first of all, she's not good looking. She's a 4 in looks, okay? So she can't play men, or she can't get over in society with just her looks. Young 8, 9s, and 10s females can. They can use their looks to get what they want out of life. They can use looks to get resources and money and all the other stuff. But a 4 cannot. No, they cannot. And a lot of these 4s, they walking around like they 8, 9s, and 10s, bro. But look at their situation. The bitch is living in her car. She can't find a man. She don't want to settle down with a guy that's on her looks level. You feel what I'm saying? She thinks in her mind, she thinks she deserves a guy that's handsome like me. like Hellcat, because she called me handsome, you know what I'm saying, when we were talking, when we was trying to get down and shit. And she was like, oh, you're handsome to me. To her, because I'm above her in looks. And now I try to push that bitch away. Now she's, I can't believe he did that to me. You know who I am? I'm a 10. You don't do that to a 10. That's what she was saying, though. She didn't say that for real, but just by her actions and her behavior is indicating that she's a 10, or that she's beautiful, and you know what I'm saying? Like, no, and you'll never be able to use your looks to get what you want, because you ain't beautiful. You a 4. Stay in your place. Get with a sub 5 man. That's what you need to do. That's where you belong. You belong with a sub 5 man. You don't belong with a guy that's on my looks level or above. You don't belong there. You see what I'm saying? And they act up when they don't get the guy that they want. What the fuck? Is there a fire around here somewhere? Shit. There's gotta be smell like a fire. It's smoky around here. Yeah, there's a fire around here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But for the more beautiful women, what's up with it? What's up with DeAndre? For the more beautiful women, their looks are on a decline after 25, and they should be trying to get married as soon as possible with a guy who has a bag instead of being Miss Independent and shit, because that'll lead them to cat lady heaven. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, they didn't cash their chips in while they were young. They thought they were too good for a lot of men. He gotta have this, he gotta have that, he gotta have this, he gotta have that, he gotta have a house, he gotta have a car, he gotta be making $1 million a year, he gotta be 6 foot, he gotta be 6 foot tall and stuff like that. But I'm like, girl, that's like a small part, that's a small percentage of men. That's why you see all these like struggle Instagram models, women not taken and not married yet, because they want the small percent of men. Even if they're 8, 9, or 10, it doesn't mean that they're gonna land a rich guy, a guy who got plenty of options, that date 8, 9s, and 10s on a regular. It don't mean that you're gonna get it. Like, getting a bag for a woman, it's like hitting the lottery. You know, not every single woman gonna get the top like 10% or top 20% of men. You notice a lot of women who are successful can't get successful men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women who make a lot of money and shit like that, they can only get broke Chad and Tyrone's, or Chad Rome, or broke Chad Rome, like Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer couldn't get a Usher. She couldn't get anybody that's you know, rich and successful and famous. She can't get that. She could only date broke men. And some of them wake up. They wake up out of they wake up out of that entitlement that they got and start settling. Okay, I can't get Usher. I can't get, you know, Trey Songz. I can't get these guys. These guys, they got ADD when it comes to me. You know, they can't pay attention for too long because they got so many hoes. You know, so many 8, 9s, and 10s to choose from. You know what I'm saying? So what they do, they settle with a guy that's broke. You know what I'm saying? A personal trainer guy. Keke Palmer, same thing. That's the same. That's a prime example of what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? They wake up, but some of them, you know, they don't wake up, man. Like what's her name? Who dated 50 Cent? What's her goddamn name? Who still got the entitlement and shit? You know, she's talking about, I want a man that got a lot of money, but she got more chins than I got. Talking about, I want a man that got a whole lot of money and 6 foot tall and shit like that. I'm like, bitch, but you 60 years old. I think her name was I forgot her name. What's the fuck her name is, man? Shit. What's her name? You know, that's why she couldn't keep 50 Cent. You know, because he got tired of her having that entitlement and telling him what to do and trying to be his mom and shit. She didn't respect him as a man, even though he was more successful than her. It's not Tyra Banks. What's her name, man? What's that girl name that 50 Cent was dating? Oh, I forgot to get water. Damn. Oh, shit. You know, what's her name? Somebody say it in the comment section, man. You know, oh, Vivica Fox. Yeah. Vivica Fox was a bad bitch in her prime. God damn, she was bad. When she was in her 20s, man, she was bad. When she was, even in her 30s, she was bad. Even in her 40s, she was bad. But now she done got more chins than I got. She done gained a whole lot of weight. She ain't keeping herself up at all. You know, putting on the pounds, snacking all the time and shit. And talking about, yeah, I deserve a man. I make a lot of money. He's 6 foot tall. He's tall, dark, and handsome. And I'm like, God damn, when you gonna wake up out of this fucking delusional mindset? He ain't gonna never show up. You're gonna be a cat lady. Unless you pay a Chad or a Tyrone to come over and wax them drawers. And nobody wants to spend the rest of their life being a cat lady. You know, or both male and female. Nobody wants to be an animal person for the rest of their life. That's a sentence right there. That's a life sentence. You feel what I'm saying? I sentence you to be a cat lady for the rest of your life. You won't have any more relationships. You won't get married. That's not gonna be a reality for you. Some people won't get married, bro. That's another thing. Some people won't get married. Some people will never get married. They'll go to their grave before they get married. There's certain people out here on this earth, bro, where marriage is not for them. You feel what I'm saying? They'll never see a man get down on one knee and propose to them. They'll never see that, especially after a certain age. If a woman hasn't gotten married in her 20s, she'll never get married at all, bro. Never. My ex-girlfriend, she still ain't married. She in her 50s now. That'll never happen for her. She'll never see wedding bells, the flower girls, and the cake, and the cookies and the pies that be at the wedding and shit. You know what I'm saying? She'll never wear a wedding dress. She'll never walk down the aisle, get married. Nah, some people are gonna go to their graves before they get married, man. That's on the real. Like us men, we could get older and still get our money right and get married. But women, once they not married past 30, nobody gonna want them. Having all all your standards in your 20s, thinking you deserve more than anything you deserve, man, that fucking shit is delusional, bro. And a lot of women, they live in this delusional mindset for many years, though. And they wait for that tall, dark, and handsome to show up at the door. Never showed up. Then what you gonna do? You know, you're gonna spend the rest of your life by yourself. That's it. The stalker bitch, she's spending the rest of her life by herself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because she thinking she deserved more than she deserved. It's a life sentence by yourself, lonely, surrounded by cats and medication. The bitch take a lot of medication. She ain't nobody fucking with that. She by herself. That's why she's, you know, she was throwing shit on my car because she was taking it out on me that she got to spend the remainder of her life here on earth by herself. You know what I'm saying? The rest of her days, she gonna be by herself. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be by herself. Lonely than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Surrounded by cats and medication. A lot of them bitches, when they get older, they can't stand being by themselves, so they start developing mental health issues and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't take it, but we can. Us men, we can take being by ourselves. But a lot of women can't take being homeless and by themselves. You see what I'm saying? That fucks up their brain to think that no man wants them, and now they're gonna spend the remainder of their days here on earth by themselves. 60's gonna come around, she's gonna be by themselves. 70, by themselves. 80, they're gonna croak by themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna come to the grave site but their family members and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Done. Over. Remainder of the day. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, bro. They got women out here. They got these entitlement issues. They waste a whole lot of time in their 20s, and then by the time they get to their 30s, they ain't married. That's a death sentence right there. I mean that's a life sentence, not a death sentence, but that's a life sentence. Meaning that she gonna spend the remaining days on earth by herself. Vivica Fox never got married. She in the 60s. Nobody's trying to marry that, bro. Nobody. She's done. She's over with. She'll never be walking down the aisle, bro. That's a done rap. That would never happen for her, bro. Never. You see what I'm saying? 31-year-old, that's too late, man. That's too old. Women gotta get married in their fucking 20s. If they don't get married in their 20s, they're never gonna get married, bro. That's when they're the most open too. Like young women in their 20s, they're more open to getting married. They're more open to loving somebody because they ain't been done wrong by a bunch of men. They still innocent, bro. They got that innocence going on. You see what I'm saying? You know, they got that innocence and no, you know, young females, if they don't get married, but a lot of women, what they do is they focus on their careers and stuff, and they build money, you know what I'm saying, but they don't have a man. You know, I'm seeing a lot of women in high-end cars by themselves all the time. She got that expensive Mercedes-Benz, but she ain't got no man on the side of her. That's a lonely life, bro. For real, I see women and they trying to hold on to their entitlement too, because they'll be like, well, if he's not my equal, I don't want to be with him. If he's a bum, if he's a scrub, if he's dusty, I don't want to be with him. So I'm just gonna have to be by myself. And that's how it is. That's how they are. That's how women are. I'm gonna be by myself until the right person arrives. You know, they 30, they saying that, and they get to be 35, they still saying that. And they get to be 40, and they saying that. They get to be 45, and they still saying that. They get to be 50, and they still saying that. Man, it's a motherfucking rap. You ain't gonna never get the man that you really want. You're gonna have to settle now. He gonna be broke. He gonna be a Chad or a Tyrone. But he gonna be broke. You feel what I'm saying? He won't make as much money as you. You're gonna be the breadwinner, and that's not what women want. They want a guy who make more than them and look better than them and shit like that. They'll never get that, man. They living in that delusional mindset for the rest of their life, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hoes ain't innocent, man, but not all females are hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I'm gonna end this video. I just got to my station and shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I just have to break that down real quick. You get around certain people, you gotta be quiet. You feel what I'm saying? But us men, man, as long as we get our bread tight, we can still have a family and shit, man, and not be alone. It's those females. Them females, they gonna be alone. They gonna be cat ladies if they don't get married in their 20s. And like I said, man, like the stalker bitch, man, it's too late for her. She gonna spend the remainder of her days here on earth single, by herself, always living in her car, always struggling. No man want that, bro. Nobody wants a female that thinks she's better than what she is. This woman walking around like she a 10 or something. Hey, bitch, you ain't no 10. You ain't nothing. You're nothing. You can't get over with your looks. You're not pretty. Some women, they think they're pretty and shit like that. They think they can get over with the... Nah, you can't. Nah. That's why a lot of the fathers, they look at their daughter and they tell them, like, God damn, girl, you got to go to school. You got average looks. If you got average at best looks, you got to go to school. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to find no rich man. Nah, you got to go to school. You a 5 at best, you a 6 at best, you got to go to school. But if she's an 8, 9, or a 10, that's a high chance that she can find a high roller. You know what I'm saying? A high earner or whatever, right? But that's not the case for a lot of women. A lot of women, they delusional, bruh. And they thinking that they deserve more than they deserve. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I gotta go. I got some shit to do. You guys have a good day, man. Stay tight, stay right. Get that bag at all costs. I'm out, man.